Hi friends, how are you? It's been a while, not too long of a while, I was gonna say. Anyhow, I'm here this morning to share a couple of quick things with you. Part of my goals and intentions that I was working on for this year is to focus on a lot of personal development. My quote or my mantra for 2019 is really taking care of you. Really, it's about focusing on yourself and loving yourself. That's sort of like my theme for the year is how to love yourself and learning how to love yourself this year. Um, Oftentimes, I find myself included, we neglect ourselves and we overextend ourselves to everybody, but you can't share your cup if your cup is empty. So this year, I'm focusing on a lot of self-focus, self-care, self-love. So share with me some things that you're focusing on for yourself. I'd love to hear some ideas. One of the things that I'm doing for my own personal development is reading. And I promised my daughter that we were going to read together 10 minutes every night together, just her and I, just kind of our thing. We love to read together. I'll share some pictures of us picking out some books this weekend at Barnes and Noble. It was a really cool time. We just went around, we picked out some books, we sat, figured out what we wanted to get, and this is what we were going to focus on and try to read a little bit together each day. So I believe that we should do things by example, and I wasn't really setting a good example for her because I was telling her to read, but I wasn't reading. And I find that I enjoy this, and so it helps me just to feel better and to relax, but also to learn, right? I always love to learn. So two books that I'm sharing with you today that I'm reading is Kurt Beaver's Make a Life, Not Just a Living. Hopefully this Facebook hasn't swapped it, so that it looks backwards. But Make a Life, Not Just a Living really spoke out to me. I've been wanting to read Kurt Beaver's for a long time. He is part of the company that I partnered with. He's part of the Juice Plus company. Incredible speaker, really smart individual, incredible businessman, and he really built a life out of his business and is living a phenomenal life by example. So that's a great book that I can't wait to read, and hopefully you guys will be inspired as well to make choices in life that are not necessarily just to make a living, but really to make a satisfying and fulfilling life. So thanks, Angel. I like Judy Blume too. My kids like Judy Blume. She's an all-time favorite. And the other one that I'm reading is by Brene Brown. She holds a leadership program every year for our nutrition company that I partnered with again. And she's written a couple of phenomenal books. So I'm sharing that I can't wait to read this, Daring Greatly. It's such an incredible book, and it really is a lot of self-discovery. And I always find that I can name a dozen things that I can do better. And this is one of the books that really spoke out to me about ways how to improve yourself, how to feel better, how to take care of yourself better. When it comes to living, loving, parenting, it really spoke to me. So I can't wait to read this book. I highly encourage it. She has a couple of others out there that I wanted to get, but I said I'm going to read this first, and then I will, if I can complete this, I allow myself to buy another one. And I like, touching books. Like I've done a bunch of Audible books, which is great for when you're on the rush and you really don't have time to sit and read, and the only time you can actually get to read a book or hear a book is when you're on the go. So those work great as well. I encourage you to do that. But personal development, it's, about growing as a person, about, taking care of yourself. I picked out a word for the year. I know there's a new kind of trend thing about picking out a word. And it kind of just happened. Like I felt like things were pulling me into this direction. I didn't know what word I wanted to pick. And I was like, who cares about a word? But then this word just kept coming up in different circumstances, and I guess I wrote it down because it sounded like I needed to write it down. Someone was telling me to write it down. But my word for 2019 is grow. I feel like this is going to be a year where I'm going to experience growth in many different ways, and I'm not sure how. It's a feeling that I have, and so I encourage you to pick a word, because once I wrote it down, I felt like, yes, this is, I think, is going to be a year of growth in many different aspects of my life, and I can already see some of these things happening. So I'm excited about this. I'm hoping that you can share with me some things that you're going to be doing for yourself this year. I'm happy to encourage you and motivate you. I hope you guys share your words with me, because I think it's sort of solidifies and it really puts it out there to the universe, the word that you're picking and what that is going to mean for you for this year. And I hope it's all good, positive things. So that's it. Daring Greatly by Brene Brown, and Making a Life, Not Just a Living by Kurt Beavers. So I can't wait to talk to you more about these books as soon as I get into them. And we will talk soon. So share with me. Don't forget, my 30-day challenge starts on January 21st. If you haven't checked it out yet, I will post a link in the comments so you can check it out. Maybe you know a friend who's looking to get healthy, get back into shape, and this is a great jumpstart. We're a very motivating group. We kind of encourage each other. It's all very positive. I'm going to be sharing a bunch of tools with you guys on how to make it happen for you in 2019. And there's no pressure. It's just very, simple, easy, not demanding. You won't feel overwhelmed. I love, starting the year off like this, very simple, small baby steps. So have a wonderful day. Talk to you guys soon.